All right, y'all. So today we're gonna go ahead and make this homemade barbecue sauce. Very simple. You can skip the store stuff, skip out on some preservatives and even some sugar content because you get to control everything. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's go. All right, so for the barbecue hairs, we're gonna need, we got ketchup, apple cider vinegar, dark brown sugar. I use all dark brown because I didn't have molasses. Water, honey. This is soy sauce. You can use regular if you'd like. I prefer to use low sodium. And then we got our spices. We got onion powder, garlic powder, salt, smoked paprika. I'm gonna be putting mine in these mason jars. All right, y'all. So very simple. We're just gonna take everything and dump it in our saucepan, whisk it together, and then let it simmer for about 15 minutes. This is really so simple. You miss out on a lot of preservatives, which is great. And you can also tweak it. You can add some cayenne pepper to make it hot and a little bit spicy for you. Now, you can use a regular whisk. Today I'm cheating. I'm using my little immersion blender. So we're gonna, what's that to do? Let's try some fun. Take this to the stove and let it simmer. All right, y'all, sauce number 1 is already done. Let's go ahead and take a taste. This right here, better than any store-bought barbecue sauce you're gonna find. And it only takes 20 minutes. Beautiful, smoky, rich, quick. Man, this one, definitely keep. Let's go ahead and close this baby up. All right, y'all, so I didn't realize my mic wasn't connected, but we're gonna go ahead and start on sauce number 2, the peanut sauce. We're gonna take a bowl and we're gonna go ahead and just add our ingredients. Right here, we have some creamy peanut butter. So we're gonna go ahead and just scoop that in. And you could always go for unsalted peanut butter. That's what I would recommend, as we always like to control the salt. All right, y'all, next we're gonna take our full fat coconut milk and add that in. I've added all the measurements in the description for you. That way you guys can make it. And then we're just gonna whisk it up, help loosen the peanut butter a little bit. You can also do it at the end. That's perfectly fine. I just like getting the peanut butter nice and loose. And then you can also continue adding in your other wet ingredients like the soy sauce and the lime juice. We're gonna go ahead and go in with the soy, and then what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to mix the honey with my lime juice. That way it's just a little bit easier to get out. So let's go ahead and pour this lime juice in here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take the same whisk. Everything's going together. So then we poured our honey, our lime juice in there. Go ahead and give that a quick mix. And then last but not least, we're gonna go ahead, add our sriracha. You can adjust this depending on how spicy you want it. This is 2 tablespoons. Again, all the measurements are down there in the description. Whisk that in. And then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to add our garlic and our ginger. And we're just gonna put that in. Nice minced garlic and ginger. Put that in. Mix it up, and this sauce right here is done. This sauce is done. Let's go ahead and give it a mix. It's done. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and make our roasted garlic butter. I'm gonna take some oil. So take some olive oil. Just Just cover it a little bit. And then also a little bit of salt just to enhance the flavor. I have my oven at 425. We're gonna wrap this baby up and I'm gonna pop it in for about 45 minutes. I wish I would have waited because I'm gonna make butter in one of my next videos and I could have just made the butter, but I had some on hand. I let it soften room temp. So what we're gonna do is take our head of garlic that's already nice and roasted. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze that into the bowl. And then what I went ahead and did is just took a fork and mixed it up. As you can see, the whisk attachment for my stick blender is dirty because I tried to stick blend it, but it just made a mess. The bowl wasn't big enough. You can just take a fork and mix it up. We're gonna try this butter on a nice sourdough loaf. As you can see, I was talking to y'all, but the mic was just not there. I'm gonna go ahead and spread that garlic on there. And when I tell y'all, I ate 3 of these slices of bread and I didn't want to because I knew I was gonna eat more later. But that butter was amazing. I did say I would add another half a head of garlic just to give it a more garlicky flavor. But that was delicious, had a nice hint of garlic. But if like I would prefer a little bit more, but this, again, it's up to you. But let's go ahead and shape our butter now. All right, y'all, so we're gonna take our butter, we're gonna go ahead and put that onto the parchment as it's really soft right now because it's room temperature. And then we also just whipped it, so we added a little bit of heat there by mixing it up. So we're gonna go ahead and just fold the parchment over. I'm gonna take a bench scraper and push everything in. You can use a sheet pan, you can use a bowl scraper, whatever you want just to get it into a nice log. And then once that's done to the shape that you like, you're just gonna go ahead and roll it up in the parchment, twist the ends. And then I'm also gonna take plastic wrap. You know, butter absorbs odors in the fridge, even though I don't have any odors in my fridge. But I just wanted to show you guys this. And then I just wrapped it in the plastic as well, same thing. Number 4, we're gonna go ahead and take we got parsley. We're gonna need about 2 cups. I'm actually gonna use about 2 bunches. A head of garlic, so about 5 to 6 cloves. 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. Half a cup of cilantro. About to use 1 bunch of cilantro. Juice from 1 lemon. We're also gonna need red wine vinegar. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this food processor. Cilantro, you know we can use it all the way down to the stem. I'm actually gonna cut a bit off of it and discard that. So I'm gonna set that right there for a second. Gonna throw cilantro in. Alright, we're gonna do this in stages because everything's a little bit too much. For the garlic, I'm just gonna have them. Gonna throw that garlic in there. Throw the rest of the cilantro. And our goal isn't to like puree this. It's actually just to give it like a little rough chop. So I'm actually gonna just not use I'm not gonna use all the parsley. I'm gonna use some of the parsley. I'll just I don't want a lot of stems. It smells so good. We got 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. You don't have to use a measuring cup. 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. Brighten it up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's just crazy how many things chimichurri can go on. And now if you're gonna put this on as like a marinade, I puree Pinch of salt. Let me do another one. All right. Some red pepper flakes. Look at that. Delicious. It don't get no better. It don't get no better. Put this on some steak. Oh my God. This is all quick, y'all. So last but not least, our honey sriracha wing glaze. We got our honey. As you can see, we're gonna have sriracha. We have some sesame oil. We have garlic. All right, y'all. So we got our sriracha in there. We're gonna toss our soy sauce, our rice vinegar, and then we're gonna go in with our honey. Get that all up in there. And the thing about this sauce, you can just put everything in, whisk it together, and then let it simmer, and then it's gonna be delicious. So I don't know why I don't do this. Maybe do this on the next game night where you're making wings. Add your minced garlic in there. All right, and then last but not least, we're gonna add our butter. Put this on the stove, let it go for a bit until it gets a nice, like syrupy consistency. Not thick, but syrupy. You'll see what I'm talking about in the next shot. Nice syrup feel to it, and we're done. We're gonna go ahead and put that in a jar. But let me tell you, this sauce is a must try. Let me know what y'all think. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, y'all, so the barbecue sauce here, definitely number one, hands down. Great base, great smoky flavors. Add what you need to add to it. But this was amazing. I'm actually gonna probably use it right now. Number two, this honey sriracha wing glaze. I would love it to be a little bit more spicier, so I would add some more sriracha, maybe even some cayenne. But this is definitely a must make. This chimichurri, man, so simple, packs a lot of flavor. I would go ahead and put this on carne asada, or I might just go buy some street tacos and put it on the tacos. But again, like I said, these are base recipes, so it's endless. But they are really good bases to have. The roasted garlic butter. This, I ate like 3 pieces of bread with this, very flavorful. I would add, of course, another half head of garlic, make it a little bit more garlicky. But for a nice subtle garlic flavor, this one did not disappoint. You can put this over steak, chicken, while you're finishing it. That's why I put it in the sauces category, let it melt down, add delicious flavor to your dish. Even throw it in and saute some vegetables. Last but not least is the peanut sauce, which a lot of people don't know about. But it packs a lot of flavor. I believe it was like, what, sauté sauce? If I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me in the comments. But let me know what sauce was your favorite and what you like. Mine, I'm going with the barbecue sauce. Secondly, the peanut sauce. And this peanut sauce, again, a base recipe. You can add a lot more fresh herbs, a lot more fresh acid to it and make it your own. This was delicious.